Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy. Please let me know if you could hear me okay. I know I did have a problem with audio at one point, but do appreciate you showing up. Randy, good to see that you're here. Appreciate you showing up here. Let me know if the volume is okay. So I'm going to be starting up the YouTube lives again, and we're going to be coming at you pretty much every Tuesday night at 7. However, down below, you're going to notice I have all of the dates listed for this month. There's going to be one change, and that is going to be actually for the Tampa RV show, and it's a scheduling conflict, but I want to make sure that I bring you some valuable information. That's going to be at the Tampa RV show, and I'm going to be doing Wednesday night at 7 p.m. there. But if by chance there is a topic that you would like to have covered, whether it's homes here in the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater area, or whether it is RV related, feel free to reach out to me. So I know that I've been having some comments and some people leaving the channel due to the fact that I am now also covering homes here in the Tampa Bay area. And I'm sorry to lose people, but understand that I will be giving still out tons of tips and tricks for RVs and so forth. So, but I do look forward to bringing you valuable information. Tonight, I've got 3 things we're going to be covering. And we're going to be talking about the market for both homes and RVs, what to expect in 2023, as well as when we're done here, I've got a big announcement at the end of the broadcast here. So please do announce yourself as you come in. I see Chuck Ash is here. Appreciate you coming in, Chuck. Hope you enjoyed your New Year's Eve. And by the way, Happy New Year's to everybody out there. Hope everybody had a safe and joyous New Year's Eve and New Year's as well. And wishing you the best for 2023. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Click that bell. You'll get notifications when I do post things. So starting with that is first thing we're going to cover pertaining to homes here. And I'm talking in general terms for the Tampa Bay area, which is basically the Tampa Bay area, St. Pete, Clearwater area. So when you're looking at homes here in this area, what did we see from 2021 to 2022? There was roughly about an 18% decrease in sales. Now, what does that correlate to? Now, the other thing that I'm prefacing this is in the sales, I'm only including residential, single-family homes, townhomes, villas, and condos. I did not include manufactured homes, and I did not include mobile homes. So there's in vacant lands and things of that nature. So it was residential homes. So for 2021, there was a little over 69,000 homes sold for 2021. Now that was up considerably from the year before, but for 2022, we were down to just over 56,000 homes sold in this area, that's less homes that were sold for 17, 18, 19, and 20 as well. So as you can see, the trend is coming down. Now, people are saying, well, they're waiting for a crash, and do you expect there to be a crash? Now, for the Tampa Bay area, I don't see that happening. Do I see home values coming down? Well, they're coming down in retrospect to what they sold for maybe earlier this year. They're not coming, you're not going to see home values, in my professional opinion, where it's going to crash and you're going to see it totally flop like you did in 2008. Totally different market. And here's the reason why. For the state of Florida, last year we had over 800,000 people move to Florida. So we had new homeowners coming here from all over the country. Now, what does that correlate to? Well, when you're having now, and you're going to still see influx of people coming to Florida because they love the weather, no state income tax. They do have sales tax and all that stuff, but because of the increase in influx of people coming here, that's what's going to keep home values increasing slightly. Now, what I'm talking about slightly, let's talk about the difference year over year. When you're looking at January of 2021 versus January of 2022, the value increased. It was like 27.5%. Now, when we're talking about January from 2021 to the end of 2022, it was like over 37% increase in home value. Now, let's flip that and look at it from December over December. That number is only about 7.5%. So you can see that year over year, the home value is coming back down. It's not rising as quickly. And I think you're going to continue to see that. In some cases, you might see where they're saying that it's a negative, but in retrospect, it's not a negative from the previous year. It may be a negative from this year moving forward, or actually coming down slightly. So I don't see you're going to see a tremendous downturn in the home value. A stable market gives you about 3 to 5% increase in that home values year over year. Now, that's been kind of skewed over the last couple of years because, if you bought your home a couple of years ago, you might have seen an up to 80% increase in your home value here in the Tampa, Florida area. Now, that's not sustainable, and you're not going to see that going forward. The other thing that was driving that is you had a lot of investors coming in, buying up homes, even buying new home construction homes, because the value of the money, you're looking at a 2-3% interest rate. So that is the reason why that. So hopefully moving forward, you're going to see a more stabilization in interest rates. And I believe the prediction it's going to be under 6% sometime this year in 2023, which is going to be back to a normal, sustainable interest rate for homes. Don't expect interest rates to be getting back down into the under 4% interest. That's unrealistic. I mean, it could happen, but unrealistic. And by the way, this information I'm putting out here this evening is my professional opinion, and be more than happy to hear what you might want to say and what might you think is going to happen. There's going to be different areas in the country where homes are going to go ahead and increase more than 5%. And then there's going to be some that are going to go ahead and be less than that. So understand that. But home values, homes are a great investment. So keep that in mind. When you're looking at the, let me just look at this. The reasons why we're seeing a decrease in sales is because the fact that, number one, builders are pulling out. So we're having less homes on the market. The buyers are holding out. Investors have gone away because they're not going to go ahead and be buying because their profit margin is not going to be high enough. So they've kind of backed out. So now we're having less new home sales. Builders are running into an issue with homes that they had already sold to somebody, and the people are backing out due to the fact that now they don't qualify for a mortgage because at the time that they put in for a contract, that home was anywhere from 12 to 18 months out. Interest rate at the time was 3%, and now it's up to 6.5%, maybe 7%. So you're having some of those fall through. So I think there's a good opportunity for people that may want to buy new build because of the incentives builders are giving to get rid of inventory. So you're seeing also, so listings are coming down, days on market are increasing, and showings are decreasing. Number of people going through and looking at homes. Now that's kind of good news for buyers out there. A little bit bad news for people that are selling their homes. However, if you price your home properly, you will get you run a better chance of having multiple offers for your home in a short period of time. Expireds are also back to where they were before. Understand that back a few years ago, an average for every 100 homes that you listed, roughly 35% of those didn't sell. Now, there's a multitude of reasons, pricing being one of them, but that's a typical market. You can have up to 35% of people listing homes that don't sell their homes. So right now, on average, through December of last year versus earlier in the year, average days on market were 23 days. Whereas you look at the first 6 months of the year and average days on market were like 5 or 6 days. So now things are coming back to being a little bit normal. When you look at the overall picture of things, you're actually seeing homes that are on the market for 60, 90, or even more days than that. So that's going to be driving things. And again, it comes down to the real estate agent, the realtor, having the tough talk and explaining to homeowners why they should be pricing their home, where they should be pricing it in order to sell their home, not to have it sit on the market. Because everybody knows days on market is a killer as far as when it comes to that. So that's everything pertaining to, let me just double check here, to homes here in the Tampa Bay market. Does anybody have any questions on that? These lives are, I'm going to be trying to keep them short and sweet. Just want to give you information and then take any questions and go from there. So I know I have somebody here. I know we have people from Maryland. We have Randy. She's from Minnesota. But things will be a little bit different in your markets. Next thing I want to talk about is what's happening in the RV market. And that is that what they saw year over year from 2021 to 2022 was the market was down about 17%. Now, the RV manufacturers still shipped almost 500,000 RVs. But the reason why the shipments were up considerably versus the year before was because the year before they couldn't keep up with demand and they were short of supplies and so forth. Moving forward, the RV Manufacturer Association is predicting about a 25% decrease in the amount of RVs built and shipped in 2023. Now, keep in mind, last year, even with a 17% decline in the amount of RVs that were built and shipped to dealers, that was still the third best year ever when it came to RVs. So, and when you look at it retrospect, yes, RV sales are going to be down. They're probably going to come down another, I don't know, I would say between 5 to 10% this year in sales. But in reality, that's still a pretty good year because you have a lot of millennials that are coming into the market, people that want to go places. And so I think you're going to see an increase in that. I know there's a lot of speculation out there as far as pricing, but you've got to look at the demand versus how many RVs are available out there. And I think when you're looking at Class Bs and some of these Class C motorhomes that are out there, the chassis, they're not available. And so dealers don't have a plentiful amount in stock. So with the demand, you're seeing the prices on those, I think, will stay up a little bit. Overall, for RVs, I think you're going to see RV pricing coming down. And there's already some manufacturers that are coming out with new, quote, names for RVs and decreasing the price. But it's the same thing that was on the dealer's lot even this year. But it's a way for them to go ahead and be able to bring the price back down to where it's more realistic. Now, because of that, when you're starting to see new RV pricing coming down, that is going to drastically affect the price of people that have used RVs. So those of you that enjoyed the fact that you had an RV and you sold it after you had it a year or two, you're not going to see that moving forward. Again, it's going to be back to RVs are a depreciating asset, unlike a home without wheels. So keep that in mind. And it's still going to be a great year moving forward. And I'm looking forward to see where things actually do shake out with that. So let's see what we got here. Oh, and look, we have Dreaming Out Loud RVings here also. How about that? Okay, and let's see. Randy has a question here. wherever there's a big market increase or decrease, there will be an adjustment. Yep. Well, that's great. Good to hear that, Randy. That is factual. And again, it comes down to demand versus how much product that is available. And that is what's going to keep the prices of homes here in the Tampa area to steadily go up. So if you were out of the market, now's a good time to maybe look and get back in the market, because the fact that the days of market going up, although it's not considered a buyer's market yet, the longer a home sits on the market, the buyers have a better opportunity of getting some contingencies from the sellers. Now, on to my big announcement for this evening, and that is with the Tampa RV show coming, and it's right here in my backyard. I was asked to come in and represent Grand Design RVs for the RV show. So anybody out there that's going to be in the market for an RV and going to be at the RV show, please do look for me. I'll be the only one with the fedora down there. Look for me. I'll be in the Grand Design display and be more than happy to help you out and make sure that you get what you're looking for. So looking forward to that. And that is another reason why I want to bring to you a video, actual YouTube live on the 18th, which will be Wednesday at 7 p.m. there. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing a lot of people there. So any questions on anything that I've covered here this evening? If we don't have any questions, that's okay. We're good. I'm going to call it a night, and I'll be back again next week. It's that easy. We will absolutely be there. Appreciate you stopping by. Next week, I'm going to be coming to you live from Orlando. I'm actually going to be at a real estate convention there, and I'll be coming to you Tuesday night at 7 p.m. But I'm going to actually I'm bringing in a company to talk about home inspections and why they are so important. So let's take a look at what I have for this month of January. I've got home inspections next Tuesday. That's the 10th. On the 18th, we're going to do from the Tampa RV show. The following Tuesday, which is going to be the 24th, I'm actually bringing on a mortgage lender to talk to you about. We've got some fantastic first-time buyer home down payment assistance programs here in the Tampa Bay area. And there's a lot of different programs that are out there. And that is why I'm bringing in the expert to talk to you about that. And then the last Tuesday of the month, the 31st, I'll be talking to you about programs. If they have this program out there, it's a great program. It's a lease to own program for those of you that may not be qualifying for a mortgage at this time, but you still want to have your own home, have a place to call your own, and you know you got to rent anyway. This is a great option for you, but I look forward to bringing that to you. So thank you, everybody, for showing up here this evening. Randy, good seeing you here this evening. Well, at least seeing that you showed up here. And I'll be back at you again next week from Orlando. So take care, and we'll be seeing you then. Well, I'll be talking to you then. So take care.